Hey everybody, this is Glidercat and it's time to play. Today we're going to take a first look at a game called Moose Miners. Now this is a mining kind of idle game, and oh man, it is strange, it is addictive, and it is strangely addictive. So you got to be careful with this one. But let's dive in with the new game. I'm going to go ahead, I'm just going to delete this save. I was looking to play for like 15 minutes before hitting record and ended up playing for close to 2 hours. So let's start a new game. Again, super addictive. Just be careful. Just be careful with this one. All right, let's play Save A, brand new game. Boom. And there's not much instruction. I thought there was a tutorial. Maybe I disabled it at some point. I don't think so. But anyway, I can kind of explain it. Here we are. We've got a single moose miner. That's the name of the game. And I'm not sure if I can rotate the camera or not, but we've got one miner and he's mining some gems here on the ground. We click on a gem, we can see we're getting $2 for every gem. And I guess there's 10 gems in that deposit. And then down here, it's showing the health. So that gem has like essentially a toughness of one heart. So then we've got one miner. If you look at the screen here, we've got a little help icon here. Let's see. Here's all the different gem values. The different colors. Some of these I can tell apart, some of them I can't. It almost doesn't matter because I can click on them and get the amounts. Scattered within these gems, there's a few that are like highly valuable. You can see they have a durability that's much higher too, but the worth is super high. One miner, gems, and there are lots of gems. There's, I think he said over 10 million or something, maybe over 10 million, over 100 million, something like this. If I click on home, that takes us back to the kind of the center of our little base here. So this guy's mining gems. He's putting them on this little platform. They get ground up, processed, sent along this trough into a little storage kind of cubby or whatever, a little storage container. And then this train comes through, loads up whatever you've mined. And eventually, once this fills up, this will kind of go through this tunnel and cash out, and we'll have money in the bank. Just to the south of us, we have trees. We have lots and lots and lots and lots and lots and lots and lots of trees. We can scroll to the end of this. There are quite a ton of them. I did try scrolling right and left, and I scrolled for over 2 minutes, and I did not reach the end here. So there's lots of things to mine. All right, so what do? We got this one guy mining. He's doing all this stuff. There's nothing else to do on the screen. What can we do? Let's click the send storage button. That's going to send these carts off a little bit early and cash out what we've mined so far. Send that guy along. Now we see some stuff pop up on the screen. Our miner's still doing its thing. The new little trolley mine carts are back here loading up again. But we've got all these different things we can do over on the left side of the screen. For now, we've got miner upgrades. We can increase the speed of our little moose miner. We can increase the hauling capacity. Right now, he's only hauling one little nugget in his in his cart. So we can increase that. We can increase the speed of the saw that he's using to mine. And we can eventually increase the damage, the kind of the strength of the saw. And we can add miners. Let's add miners. Start with that. If I click multiple times, it's just going to kind of put the miners in my hand here, and I'll click and drop them down, and they will promptly go to work doing the same thing. If I have no miners selected, when I click one of these upgrades, it'll apply to all of them, and it'll show it. It says upgrades for miners capacity from 1 to 2, cost 8 coins. Just do it for $8. We'll do it. Now they can each carry 2 items. And now another thing just popped up, grinder upgrades. The grinder is this guy right here. And you can see our trough is starting to load up here as we've got more miners. If we go to grinder upgrades, we can increase the speed that this guy mines. Let's do that for 10 bucks. And maybe more importantly, we can add more grinders to the left and to the right. We'll see that in a second. So we can go send this storage. Cash out early. Now we can add a grinder on the right and a grinder on the left, and our miners will drop their stuff off. So far, so good. Shoot, there's something I was gonna say and I forgot what it was. Let's keep adding more miners. It's gonna show you as we proceed up. We saw that we got these special gems here for 1,000 that are kind of scattered in the mix. As we move up, the gems get harder to mine, but they do provide more cash. So these are worth $2 each. Next set is going to be worth $11 each. And it goes up to 21, but you can see now the hardness is like 10 times the original ones. That keeps climbing up. And then it looks like we get different kind of bonus gems scattered throughout. So that one's worth $20,000. But look at the hardness is 500. These special gems, if you pay attention here, you can see there's a few kind of special ones mixed in here. As we start scrolling off to the right or the left, these will start to increase in frequency. It's subtle at first, but you'll start to notice that we've got kind of more scattered in here all of a sudden, more of these special gems. So as we expand left and right, we should be able to make more cash and move faster. Again, down at the bottom right of the screen, there's a little control. If you want to see the highest point in your mining, you can click the up. Home takes you to home. Down takes you to the lowest area of the tree section. So let's get some trees. Oh, we can't do trees yet, I don't think. Let's throw down a couple more miners. Spend the cash we've got just on miners. We'll get those guys going. We won't worry about too many upgrades just yet. Let's look over at the top right of the screen. We've got some things. We can hide the clock if you don't want to see it. You might want to leave that up though, because this game will get away from you and the hours will pass if it hooks you. I'm going to leave that up. We've got some statistics here on the speed of our miners, of the mining, the carry capacity, average, and all that. Speed of our saws and the saw damage. That corresponds to this stuff over on the left side of the screen, saw speed and saw damage. Then we've got some upgrades. We got a whole bunch of upgrades. First one we're going to get is rails. That costs $5,000. We'll see it when we see it, but this is going to allow us to, as our miners work their way through the gems, they're going to get further and further away from these troughs where they're loading up the gems. The rails are going to allow us to attach mine carts to the end of the trough here, so the miners don't have to pull so far to unload their haul. We'll see that in a bit. 5,000 is not too hard to get to. I'm going to drop a couple more miners down. Better mine carts. Look at the cost of this thing. $1 billion. Billion with a B. $1 billion. This unlocks some more upgrades for the minecart. So it says upgrades minecarts with greater storage and increased speed upgrade maximums. So we can do these upgrades now. Or we can upgrade our minecarts now, but this is going to unlock a whole bunch more upgrades. And then it's kind of the same thing over here for the storage minecarts. It says upgrade storage minecarts with greater storage and increase the speed and the upgrade max. Storage minecarts are these guys down here. Right now we've got two. We don't have a way to upgrade these just yet, but we will. With a little bit of time, we're going to get the ability to do that too. Let's see what else we got. Miners, we get a drinking helmet upgrade, $100,000. Unlocks drinking helmets, increasing the maximum speed upgrade for the moose. Again, it's just going to unlock more upgrades for us. The mine cart cost $1 million. And there's 18 levels of this. This is going to unlock a larger cart for our moose, increasing the maximum capacity upgrade available. And then similarly, we have a saw. It's got 18 levels of upgrades. Going to allow us to upgrade the saws that our moose have. Crafting category, we've got lumber processing. This costs 10,000 bucks. This is what we need to unlock in order to harvest the trees down here. So I can't do anything with these guys just yet until we do that upgrade, but it's only 10,000 bucks. We'll get there before long. While I'm blabbing, let me grab some more miners and just throw them down. Keep these guys busy. Like the troughs are starting to back up a little bit. We're going to need to do some upgrades. Let's do an upgrade on our grinders. That's these three guys down here grinding the ore. Let's increase the speed on these a few levels. Maybe even one more level if we can do it. We need 120. Go ahead and send our storage along. It'll speed it up. There we go. Upgrade the speed on that. And let's keep looking at these upgrades. Yeah, so once we unlock, we can buy some moose to start harvesting the trees. And then once we're harvesting trees and we're harvesting ore, then we can unlock this thing here. The wand crafting costs $250,000. And this is going to allow our moose. We're going to recruit some new moose called wizard moose. They're going to stand over here. And they're going to combine the ore that's mined with this wood that's mined. They're going to make wands that sell for more money. That's going to be a little bit of a ways off. And then what else? We've got wand storage. Just increases the storage for the wands. We probably won't see that because it's $5 million. And then down here we have some storage upgrades. Storage fences. It says upgrades to storage fences, increasing the storage amount of the storage platforms. That pertains to these little bins here. So as we unlock those upgrades, we can store more at the end of each one of these troughs, kind of. And then lastly, we have storage spillage. This is kind of nice. As unlock storage spillage enables toggling storage fences on or off, allowing gems or sticks to spill over to adjacent storage points. I think what that means is if we had, like, for some reason, this trough totally filled up and we turned off the storage fences, then it could spill over and fill up the trough next to it that has a bunch of extra room in it. All right, let's get to it. There's another thing I can show. Can I show it yet? Down here at the bottom left, we got this thing called Create New Control Group. Do I have to have anybody clicked? It looks like I do. If I count up let's just take all these miners. We have 15. You can see at the top of the screen what our earnings are, the earnings rate, and how many miners we have total. We have 15. I'm going to select all of them. Click this button on the bottom left. Create new control group. Boink. Now I'm going to place a control group flag. See what this is all about in a second. I'll just put it right there. Now, just basically defining a work area for these guys. We have 15, so let's count out 15 row columns, I guess it would be. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So we'll come, and 2 there, and maybe come in 1 here and count again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. And now all of our moose, if you look, because I had them selected when I made that control group, they are all going to stay confined to that control group area. And down here at the bottom left, if I click on this, it'll highlight where they're going to work. And if I hover over, it tells me how many miners we have in that control group. Now these guys aren't going to wander off because they'll get further and further away from these troughs. So let's do some upgrades. Let's add more troughs for these guys. I'll go to grinder updates or upgrades, and we'll go to the left. Boink, 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 boink. Take a look at my group again. So it looks like I need 1, 2, 3, 4 on each side, kind of. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we got a new button down here to play with. These are the minecarts. Oh, that's for these guys down here. So let's add some carts. You can see this guy's coming through. He's filling up pretty quick. And then he's moving on before he's emptied everything out. Let's add some carts. Boom. So that doubles his size. Starting to bring in a little more cash. Now you can see these guys are kind of staying in this area. They're not wandering off to the side. That actually doesn't look too bad the way it is. All right. We want to get to where we can do these rails. So that takes 5,000. Let's see how we can jam on this. Let's do some upgrades on these guys. Now, as they're working in this easy or the low density kind of gems, they're going to climb up fairly fast. As they get further up, it's going to take them longer to work their way through these gems. Let's oh no, I don't want to change that. Is that right? That looks right. Let's do some upgrades on our miners. Let's upgrade their carrying capacity. That way they won't have to make so many trips back. In fact, let's do a couple upgrades on that. Increase the saw speed. This guy's doing all right. I don't see anything backing up too bad. Our little grinders are doing really good. They're keeping up. Do another capacity upgrade. Capacity upgrade, they won't have to go back and forth so many times. So we've got one of our miners working on one of the kind of more valuable gems here. That should help, but their mining speed and everything is kind of slow. I'm currently prioritizing upgrading the capacity just because we don't have rails yet, so I can't shorten their trip. I'm trying to make it so that they carry more with each trip and don't have to make as many trips. We need to get to 5,000 before we can do the rails. I'll come back as soon as we have that or we're ready to unlock that. I'll come back. All right, I'm back. We're almost to 5,000. We're just about there. I did a bunch of upgrades to our miner speed and their capacity. They can now each carry 12 gems. We've got our one moose miner here who's been working on this hard gem the whole time. He's still not done, but once he's ready to drop off this load, that's going to be a bunch of cash for us. We're just about ready to hit 5,000, even without the special gem. You can see our miners are moving into the next tier of gems, and they're getting further and further away from these troughs. All right, now we can do it. Let's unlock rails. Just like that. And we've got a new icon over here on the left side of the screen, rail upgrades. If I don't have anything selected, none of these troughs selected, like I can select all these, but if I have none selected and I click rail length, it's going to drop on rails for all of them. If I just select two or something, two of these guys, I can choose to just upgrade two of them. If I click on rail upgrades, rail length, one. And then if I want to get them all back to even, if I don't select anything and I do rail length again, it'll bring them all up to kind of even. So hopefully that makes sense. And now let's, oh, hey, we must have yeah, here's our yellow gems or whatever color that is. We should get a big payday off of this. When that one goes in, yeah, check out our cash. All right, let's get the rails moved up further and further so that our moose miners aren't having to go so far to unload their haul. I'm going to spend some money on this. Luckily, we just got a bunch of money from those special gems. Oh, yeah, check it out. I can keep going. Let's do it. Closer, these guys won't have to make such a far trip. And that's about as far as my cash can go. Nice to do one more. Big. Get them all? Not quite. We'll see. We'll try to get these all even. Need a few more. Looks like 6 more, and then we'll be even. Oh, that one moved up a little bit. And then what we're going to do next is scale to the right and get another control group going. And Now we've got a couple other upgrades here. You look, these little mine carts, there's just 2 of them, and they don't hold much. I might actually look to upgrade the minecart count, because our miners can unload 12. Let's see how this guy does. That wasn't bad. He was able to unload everything. Check these guys out. Are they gonna have trouble? No. So that's good. Those are enough carts for now. Let's get another group going. Want to expand our grinders off to the right. 7, 8, 9. Gotta wait for cash to come in here. One more, so we at least have 10. Boom, there's 10. And now let's get another group going, starting down here. I need 1 miner to start, so I'll buy 1, drop him down, select him. I'm going to do new control group. I'm going to drop a flag right here. 2, where did you go? Control group with 1 miner. I don't see it. Wonder if I can't place this just yet. Maybe I got to get through the first row. Let's put some more miners in here. Yeah, I'm not seeing the control group. Oh, there we go. Just wasn't putting it far enough up. So I'm going to do another control group, not quite that far. There to here. Should be 10. Let's get some more miners in here, into this control group. It says there's 3. I want, whoops. Get rid of that. I want to select all these miners. Miners, if I can just get the miners. Got them all. Pick up miners, and I want to put them in that control group. Now it should show 4. Yeah, 4 miners. 5, 6, 7, 8. Now we've got 10 miners in there. Because we've got rails, we don't need to emphasize maybe speed and carrying capacity so much. Let's do the saw speed for these guys. These particular set right here, if I can do them all. Saw speed, saw speed. We'll do capacity too since it's cheap. Take the easy upgrades. Yeah, we've got the cash. I may actually take this up to 12. How is our cart doing? This guy's falling behind. Let's get our storage mine cart updated. We can give him a speed upgrade. Those are cheap. Let's throw some of those. Then I'd like to give him 2 more cars. Looks like he's starting to catch up. Need to get to 1,000. Boom, now he's got 2 more cars, and we can start doing rails on these guys. More rails. It's where these guys don't have to walk very far to drop off their stuff. Should be 10 in here. Looks like this guy got lost or something. These are all team number 1. These are all team number 2. There's 10 there. Select these guys. And give these guys some mining upgrades. How about capacity's already... Let's give them 12 capacity. They don't need much speed because they're already close to the drop-off point. It looks like I need rail upgrades on these two. And then let's give these guys at least 4 carts to each thing. So minecart count. Boom. That's a little better. How about you guys? You guys are ready for some upgrades, big time. The rail length. Say I have multiple selected and one of them is behind. The initial upgrades will just go to that guy that's behind. Move all these guys up. This row is behind, or this column is behind because it had that kind of fancy gem that took us forever to mine. I get these guys closer. These guys are bringing in a little bit more cash for us than the new group. Oh man, each upgrade obviously costs more and more. It's kind of the nature of these games. Here's another little bit of an upgrade. Kind of try and speed these guys up. How are we doing down here? Oh, we're doing okay. It looks like we're kind of keeping up, just barely. Yeah, we're doing all right down there. Want to keep these rails going. You notice we got a lot of miners spending time near the drop-off point. That's not good. We want them stopping, unloading, and just moving back as quick as possible. Let's just keep an eye on this and see if we got issues. Part of the issue is this right here, this little stretch. All right, let's take a look at the miners over here, see if we can upgrade something for them. We need a bunch of cash. Let's do another one into carry capacity. I don't have enough cash to have the rails keep up with them. Or we could do some of these other upgrades too. Let's do saw damage instead and head back down here. We can upgrade these rails for a little cheaper. Now I'm going to see if I can't power these guys up a little bit more. I don't know why I've got a group 2 guy going way over here. Not sure what that's all about. I would expect him to stay in this area. Group 2, I think if I click on the control group, it selects all the miners too. Let's see if we can do some upgrades for these guys. Saw speed. Take some of these quick ones for these guys. Ideally, I'd like this group to be able to catch up with this group, and then we just merge them into the same control group. Oh, they've got 2 fancy gems. That's going to hold them back a little bit. Try to upgrade the saw damage and the saw speed for this group. Alright, right, I think the reason we're seeing our little group 2 go over to these troughs is their deposits are getting closer to these troughs. So let's see if we can move these rails up. Oh, I think we just cashed out a couple gems, so we're getting an influx of cash all of a sudden. Right, all right. Let's start a third, or let's open up this group 2. Let's see what happens if we expand this a bit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 more. Then let's get more troughs going. Where are you? Grinders. Off to the right. Then miners. There's 10 more miners. Boom. Let's see how these guys do. Are these guys selected? They're not. Let's get these guys upgraded. I'm gonna click on group 2. One more time. Now all the miners are selected. I should have all 20. And when I hit upgrades, it should just show 10. See how it says upgrade 10 miners? It's gonna take the ones that are low and bring them up to the ones that are high. So we can start with their capacity. And now it's the next upgrade would apply to all 20. Let's do the speed. Look at our cash. We just cashed in a couple gems. That's why this is our cash is looking so good. And that's it. We burned through it. So we'll see if these guys can catch up with these guys, and if these guys can catch up with these guys. Kind of like to merge these groups, these two right here, or move this over. You guys are moving forward pretty quick. Get some rails going. And increase the minecart count so they have a little bit more. In fact, I wouldn't mind increasing the rail or the minecart count across the board. These ones push forward. And then rail. Let's do... Yeah, rail upgrades. Minecart counts for 25 rails. And it would like... Is that all of them? Boom. Boom. Okay, so now we've got a bit more storage space for everybody. This guy's probably backing up. So our storage minecart, I'm going to give him some more carts and some more speed. These guys are so far away, group 1. Let's look at control group 2. Let's take this down by 10. Bring you all the way over to here. Then I need to take 10 miners from control group 2. Here's 2 of them. And put them into group 1. And then group 1, we're going to move and make this guy bigger. I move 2 over. I need to get... Oh, no. These guys got confused. I'm all back there. I got miners. I got 4 more. Drop these guys down here. You guys are on team 1 now. 6, 7, 8, 9. Put these guys down. And maybe 1 more. Move them over here. Let's see what it says. Team 1's got 25 miners. Team 2 has 10. I think that's what I want. These moved up. All right, more miners. And more miners. Group 2. I'm going to expand this out. There's 8. Nine. 10. We're up to, what, are somewhere around between 60 and 70, it looks like. Cash per... Boy, it's hard to tell. Look at that. Cash per second. Huge peaks and valleys on that. We got some cheap upgrades for Minecraft speed or minecart speed. Let's do some of those too. That's these minecarts going back and forth. What am I doing? Looks like, oh, I gotta upgrade our grinder speed too. Let's do that. That is here, grinder speed. I'm just gonna have none of them selected and see if I can get these guys leveled off. Yes, that's right. 42? No, 45 will be the... Wait. What's going on here? Yeah, speed. 42 grinder speed. Let's do... How are they doing? Yeah, they're backed up. Do more upgrades on grinder speed. Bunch of guys working down in this little section. Guess it's not the end of the world. They'll help catch up. Although the storage capacity on some of these guys needs to be upgraded. Let's do that. Group 2. Minor upgrades. Yeah, let's get these guys kind of on par with everybody else. All right, we're about an hour into the game here. Let's see how we're doing. Another thing I want to point out with these gems. This guy is worth $2 and it's one health, right? We go up to the next level. It's 5 times the health, so 5 times harder to mine and just a little tiny bit over 5 times the value. So as we move from tier to tier, it's just a little tiny climb. So we go from 5 damage to 10 damage. In this case, we don't even get... yeah, the health doubles, but the value doesn't even double, right? It just goes up by 10. So the gems are worth more as you go up, but the hardness increases pretty significantly too as you're going. So thus you need to keep upgrading your guys. I'm trying to keep my rails up with these guys, but I just can't. Can't seem to do it. I'm going to add more lanes here. Let's do it. Let's go 10 or 20 more. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we'll create a new area. I need to start with a miner though before I can specify a control group. Let me grab one miner over here, select this guy and do a new control group. And we'll place the flag here. Make it this area. And we'll make sure this guy, if I can pick him, oh, he's already in that area. So we need, what, a bunch more, 19 more, something like that. Okay, that should be 10 total, and we need 10 more. Drop those guys in there, and these guys can get started on the easy gems. See if we can't start generating some more cash. I would love to keep my rails up with my crew here. But these guys are all going to need to be upgraded, so let's select the control group 3. That'll select all the miners, and we can do some upgrades on these guys. We'll start with carrying capacity, see if we can't get that up to 12. And then we can do saw speed. Saw damage. Hopefully these guys will make quick work of these cheap gems. Doesn't look like there's any bonus ones in here. Yeah, no special ones for quite a while in this column. One wait right there, way up there. Wow. Give these guys a bunch of upgrades and we're going to need to start doing rails. Or these guys, we can try to spend some cash on rails over here, see if we can't improve the situation a little bit. But man, they get expensive. All right, we're just about an hour and 20 minutes into the playthrough. Let's do an upgrade. We've got some cash coming in now. I think we can unlock the ability to do the trees, right? Oh, it's 10,000. I was thinking it was 50,000. Yeah, we could have done this a lot sooner. Let's jump on this lumber processing boom. This is just like the processing or the mining of the gems. We just need to put stuff down here. So we'll start with a moose miner. And we've got a bit of cash, so let's drop a guy here. Guy should start cutting trees for us. I'm going to select him and I'm going to set up a control group if I can get you selected. New control group. Place it here. Let's go big. Let's go, matter of fact, let's go super big on this one. This is going to end up being control group 2 because I deleted that one from above. When I merged it into group 1. We'll see that in a second, maybe, if we go back up there. Yeah, that is a whole lot of rows. Let's see. Instead of counting them by hand, if I look at the grinders, let's upgrade 85 grinders. So we've got, I think, 85 rows here. Let's see if we can get close to 85 moose miners going here on the bottom half. That's 10 total. 20. 30. I think that might be it for now. So we've got 30 down here. Group 2. I'm going to select them all and give these guys some upgrades. All right, so now these guys are off and running, and it works pretty much the same way. They cut the trees, they get moved into these troughs. They get cut into, I guess, planks or something, or branches, or staffs, actually, and get stacked up into storage here, and eventually our little minecart comes through, picks them up, and sells them. Now, this is going to fill up a lot faster now that we have wood also. We need to, I think, upgrade these. See how that works. Grinders. Do I need to upgrade these? 85. We have 85 total. 9. Yeah, I think we have 85 on each side. So these are showing 24 RPM to 30 RPM. I just want to see if they're different than these grinders. Yes, they are. All right, let's give, yeah, you can see they're starting to back up over here. Let's give these guys some upgrades on speed. That should get us going. And 10 more miners. We need like 85. I need more moose miners up here too. More rail, more everything. See if I can get 10 more miners. I think we just cashed in some gems or something. We got a big payday there. And let's get more. That's 5. Let's see how many we have so far in control group 2. 55 miners. These guys need to be upgraded too. I'll select it and do some upgrades on these guys. Till this says upgrade 55. There we go. They're all the same now. Okay. Those are all the same, and those are all the same now. So now we're doing wood. Oh man. All right, I'm going to keep grinding, and then I'll come back. Look at the cash, boy. It's climbing up fast. I'm going to come back once we can unlock this wand crafting. It's going to take a bit of time. We need $250,000. I need to spend some money on upgrades along their way, but we'll come back and see what that's all about in a little bit. I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. We're about 2 hours into this playthrough. We're starting to make some really good cash. You can see we've got 252 miners. I'm definitely struggling to keep my rail lines close to my miners. My strategy has been for the miners that are kind of running a little bit behind the leaders. I'm trying to keep their rails closer to them so they can kind of catch up, and then we'll merge these control groups. I've got 5 control groups right now. We've got our main leaders here, the first original ones, and there are 45 miners there. We've got the next group here only has 40 miners. It looks like they might need some upgrades or something. It just seems like they're a little slow. They need to upgrade some of this stuff. But we'll see. Then I've got the third group is down here. Now, where is the third group? I'm sorry. This is actually the third. It's number 2. It's all of our first batch of miners. There are 85 miners. This is our largest group. They're working on chewing up logs. And again, I can't seem to keep up my rails, just cash-wise, although we're making a ton now. So these are getting into the, what? 1, 2, 3, the 4th tier of trees they're just starting to tap into, which is awesome. My 4th group is up here. These will eventually merge with these 2. So trying to get these guys to catch up to these guys, and we'll put those all in one giant control group. Then my newest group is down here doing wood. And these guys aren't fully... Oops. This one is a little messed up. I think you're supposed to be over here. More over. Yeah, and these guys need to catch up. They're new and they're not fully staffed yet. There's 32 miners and there's 50 columns. Anyway, Cash is in a really good situation. Let's do an upgrade that's going to unlock a new piece of functionality for us. It's this wand crafting. It says unlock wand crafting, allowing you to recruit wizard moose that can craft wands from gems and sticks. So I'm going to go ahead and unlock that guy. And now we've got a new button here on the left. It says crafter upgrades. You add a crafter, upgrade the speed, and upgrade the storage of that crafter. Little wizard guy. He's going to start making staffs for us. So let's look. We need wood and we need ore, basically, or these gems. So I don't see a place where we've got both. Let's see here. You guys are at least fully populated. Maybe we do it over here. Now let's see. Yeah, here's some wood and there's some ore or some gems, crushed up gems. Let's see how we can do this. Okay, plus a crafter, 2,000. Upgrade, one crafter. Okay, let's try this. Boom. There we go. Now we've got kind of a moose who's got a wizard hat. He or she is going to take sticks from down here and gems from over there and make these little staffs. And you can see them stacking up into storage. And I believe those are going to sell for a whole lot more. Now, if we look at this catalog, I don't know how to get to the value of the trees and the values of the staffs. So maybe that's not in the game yet. I am playing a slightly early version just before the release that was given to content creators. It could be that's waiting, but I assume these are going to sell for more. And you can see now our little wizard moose is waiting on sticks. We need to kind of get these guys productive. We still have a ton of cash. Oh man, I'll show you what I've been doing. So here in control group 5, we need another 18 miners to fill this out. Let's do that first. There's 10. There's 8. Now, this group has 50 miners and 50 columns. Let's get all of the moose miners upgraded. We know we've got 50 in here. It's saying upgrade 18. So there's 18 miners that are behind in this trait. So I'm going to click this till I see it say upgrade 50. Whoops. There it goes. Same thing here. I know this one's 14 units, I think. Boom. These guys all at the same level. And this is the last one. Okay, so now all these moose miners are equal ability. Now let's increase their rail so they don't have to go as far and they've got a better chance of catching up to the leaders. The rail length. This is where I've been spending a ton of cash. Man, do you burn through the cash doing this. But it shortens the distance that they have to travel. And it's kind of an inevitable expense. Because you're going to keep on traveling. Let's increase the rail length. You can see the cash is going down. And let's look at our other guy that's behind. Let's upgrade the rails for these guys. These guys closer. Each upgrade costs more, obviously. Okay, so that's a lot better for this crew. They'll have a chance of kind of catching up. These guys are so far ahead. Let's see who's next. I think these guys need the next upgrade. Let's push these down. It's almost getting up to 10,000 per one little row. That's it. We just burned through all the cash. We are bringing in a ton. Where's our little wizard guy? Is he working? No, he's waiting on wood. Here comes. Not in his row. Somebody's got to drop off wood for that guy. Now we could, when they're walking this distance, we could throw more moose miners in here. Just kind of overload it. When we see empty columns here, that might not be a bad way to spend the cash, because man, it is just super hard to keep these rails up close next to the miners. Maybe the same thing here. Let's throw like 3 more at least in here. 2, 3, 4, about 5 more miners into this batch. I need to make sure I reselect that control group so all the moose miners are selected. Does look like I didn't get them. Oh, you know what? I dropped them down in the middle of nowhere. Yeah, these guys aren't assigned. Let's grab them and assign them. Pick them up and drop them in here. One more that's not assigned. I have no idea where he's at. Somebody walking around without a little flag in his cart. Oh, we might just have to let him be. I don't think I'm going to find him. No big deal. We can let him run. All right, let's back to control group 1. That should give me all the miners that are assigned, and let's upgrade these guys. I'm going to go one more upgrade to get these guys up to 14 capacity. Okay, now those guys are all kind of at the same level. We've got some cash. Let's push this up, or let's push up this. These guys now. Let's actually merge these two groups. I think it's 1 and 3. Yeah, let's merge them. So I've got all the moose miners selected. Now that I clicked on that control group, I'm going to do pick up miners. That picks up all the miners. I'm going to throw them into control group 1. Boink. Then I'm going to get rid of control group 3. It's got 0 miners in it. Got it selected. I'm just going to throw that one away. Boom. Let's expand to control group 1 to cover those rows. I think it's there. Oops, that didn't click the way I wanted it to. Right there. Okay, so now control group 1 has 89 miners. And let's make sure they're all kind of the same. They're not. So let's do some upgrades to get these guys so they're all equal. I'm going to make sure I've got them all selected. And I'm going to wait till the upgrade says, 89. That one's okay. So yeah, these guys were fairly close. And now they're all equal. And how many rows is this? I think, let's select all of this. And let's see what the upgrade tells us for the rails. Let's upgrade 85. Wonder if that's how many we have. Let's do it. 5. Yeah, so there's 85 columns in control group 1. And we got 89 miners. So that's actually pretty good. And I'm guessing this is going to kind of even itself out. Not positive on that, but that's my guess. Move these guys forward. Now they're doing better. Could almost merge these two groups too. That is 5 has got 50. And it's 2 has got 85. Let's see how many we've actually got here. This isn't going to tell me, is it? Because we're not equal yet. Okay, now it will. Nope. One. We have one rail behind. It's this guy right there. Because we've got a special tree that's being mined. Okay, let's see if we can do it now. Boom. Boom. 126 rails. And let's see what it says for the grinders. 84 grinders. Let's I'm gonna select all the grinders. Where are you, grinders? Right here. If we can get these uniform. 135 grinders. Sounds about right, actually. Is there 135 there? Probably is. Yeah, because we've got 275 miners. We've been trying to do close to 1 miner per column. And that's about half that amount. 135. So I want 135 moose miners in this group that we're about to merge. 2 and it's 5. 5 is going to go. So I'm going to pick up everybody over here on the bottom right of the screen. Pick up miners. I'm going to drop them into this group. Boom. Then control group 5 is empty. I'm going to delete it. And then control group 2, we're going to expand to cover all that area. Hopefully that makes sense. Where's my little grabber guy? Boom. Not bad. And now let's reselect group 2. I've got all the miners selected. Let's make sure... Whoops, do I have them all selected? I should. Oh yeah, go to miner upgrades over on the left. 85. We've got 135 miners in here, so let's get these guys... Also, they're equal. Now they're equal. Now those guys are equal. Those guys are already equal. Yeah, 135 miners, so they're already at the same speed. We need to upgrade the saw damage for 85 of them. Need to do it again. And okay, now those guys are all equal. Oh man, now we're bringing in the cash. Look at us, we're at 500,000. Just when I was kind of dawdling. Can do some upgrades here. Now that we have the cash, let's upgrade this big mess. These are expensive, 18 grand a click. Boom. Oh man, I like it. So let's wrap up the first look here. You got a really good feel for the game at this point, I think. Oh man, yeah, we obviously could do a bunch more of these little guys. But he's not busy right now, so I'm not sure what... Oh, the issue is he's so far away. These guys are so far away. We could try and move these up and get that guy making wands again. It's just, man, these upgrades burn through the cash so fast. Move these guys up, though. It may pay itself off. But yeah, pretty cool. What upgrades did we not do? We didn't do the wand storage. That would just allow those guys to... This guy here to have more storage in front of him for wands. We're obviously not even hardly producing them. You'll notice though that the resources start to stack up once you place a wizard. So our little minecart here that's going to come through is not going to pick up from the gem pile or the wood pile if you've got a wizard on top of it. So you can see I've already got wood starting to back up while this guy waits for gems to come in. That's something to keep in mind. My little test playthrough, I ended up buying wizard moose all the way across, and my income went down to like 0 because I wasn't producing much wood. What else? Other upgrades look like it's just kind of capacity unlocks. This guy's 3 levels to increase the storage for those. Storage spillage. We could actually buy these pretty soon. This one just increases the storage amount. We already went through that. Increases the storage amount of these bins right here. Anything else that's kind of major? Better mine carts for our actual miners. This will allow our moose miners, to carry not just one cart behind them, but a whole string of carts. I just only saw that on the Steam page. But instead of having one little cart they're pulling, they can pull a whole train. Looks like a road train of resources. And then as you do your upgrades and how many they can actually grab here, this capacity, then take advantage of that, and they won't have to make as many trips back to the rail or to these carts here. But yeah, pretty cool game. I'm probably going to keep playing it. This game is addictive. Oh man, is it addictive. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed this first look on Moose Miners. Again, the game releases on May 10th, 2024. That should be the day that this video posts. I want to thank Glidercat patrons and channel members for their support of the Glidercat channel. If you'd like to help support the Glidercat channel financially, you can hit that thanks button, or you can look in the description of this video and there's links to sign on as a channel member or patron, and I would be grateful for that support. Also want to thank the developer of Moose Miners for providing my channel with a review key so I can make this video and have it ready for you in time for the release. And yeah, that's it. With that, I will see you all in the next one.